Hi everyone, welcome to the show. You're watching Thursday. It's time for another bargain beer review. Up on the show today, tipping the scales at 4% ABV, brewed by Greene King. It's their East Coast IPA. Tips the scales 4% ABV, cost me £1.25 English pence from supermarket chain Tesco here in the UK. No nice mysteries this week, but a dedication to the Abbot Baldwin, who was based in Bury St Edmunds, where Greene King are based, and in 1080 AD he came up with the grid design for towns, and I think Bury St Edmunds was the first one to have it. Grid design went on to be such famous places as New York, of course Manhattan, with your horizontal verticals, and of course the concrete jungle itself, Milton Keynes here in the UK. That's what she looks like. That's the familiar Greene King cap. Let's get it popped and poured and into a glass and see what she is like. A little bit of hiss, not a great deal of cannon smoke. Now, to be a bargain beer on my show, to get a spot on Thursday, you've got to cost £1.25 English pence or less for a 500ml bottle. You could be a bigger bottle, you could be a smaller bottle. However, pro-rated ratio 125, 500ml. That's how you get a guest slot on Thursday. Quite funky artwork actually. I think that's something that somebody like myself might come up with for one of my home brews as opposed to a commercial brewery, but I think it's quite funky nonetheless. Right, now this it's not a collab brew, but American hops and East of England brewing. So I don't know if it's going to be a great combination like Sculler and Mouldy, or if it's going to be I don't know, Sapphire and Steel. Anyway, colour wise, that's quite a nice off golden colour that is. That's a little bit darker than a lager. Not much head on that, but we'll give it a top up in a minute. Semi-nucleated glass, not much carbonation either. Not looking good at the moment. However, let's go for a sniff and see what we get. There is a bit of like melon, grapefruit type on the nose, but when it said American hops, East Coast IPA, I was hoping for a real sort of a real smack of hops on the front end on the nose, but that's very delicate. In fact, it's sort of like if this was one of if you are a home brewer and you've knocked this up, you're thinking, oh my god, I forgot to dry off it or something, because there's a little something missing. But bit of biscuit, maybe a little bit of hedgerow fruit on the back end, but that's just that's minute. But no, nothing. Oh dear, I expected the hops to be really hoppy, but they're not. But let's go for a taste. Cheers everyone, very good health. Well, it's almost as if the base recipe of that is probably a standard Greene King brew. I'm going to try to jump onto perhaps allegedly onto the craft brewing American bandwagon, so to speak. Don't get me wrong, it is quite crisp. It has been filtered. It is fresh, crisp on the back end. It is a pale ale. There is a bit of citrus in there. It is American hops. I'm not overly sure what's in there. I can only assume it's one of the C's. Maybe I'd imagine Citra or Cascade. Probably Cascade. But again, there's only a smidge in there. You're probably hoping for lots and lots of it to to really give it that punchy citrus aroma as per the back of the bottle. However, it doesn't quite do that. This is what I would call a transition beer. If you drink lager and you maybe want to try and get into other types of beers, something like this, I think, yes, it's a pale ale, but this particular one is very similar to a lager, in my humble opinion. So somebody could have this, maybe enjoy it, and then move on to other types of of beers, ales, etc, etc. That head is a bit better now. You see that carbonation, probably a white, slightly off white head, quite sort of soap sudsy bubbles even. The citrus is coming through a bit now, and maybe a dinky bit of almost like a very, and I mean this, faint bit of sherry. But I'm a little bit disappointed, but it just goes to show the old adage, you can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't necessarily judge a bottle of beer by its label, and of course all the marketing spiel that goes on the back. Right, summary. Thirst quencher, yes. Good for hot weather, sinking till the cows come home, yes. Repeat buy, not so sure in my book, but I can see quite a few people liking this style of beer who are maybe lager drinkers. Thirsty Thursday score out of 10 for me. That is I think the base recipe is very good, and I think it's brewed extremely well. I think they just forgot to put the hops in. So by that score, well, by that logic, I am going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. Bit more hops, and that would have definitely been at least 2 points more, in my opinion. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you again real soon, Thirsty Thursday, for another bargain beer review. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be seeing you.